Hey friends, Jen here. I think it's about 12:45 p.m. my time on Saturday afternoon, which means if you're in Minnesota, you are 6 hours earlier, so it's not quite 7 a.m. where you're at. I am sitting at the Belem Tower. I'll turn the camera around so you can see it. You see that way over there? That's the Belem Tower, and then behind it is the riverway that heads out to the ocean. So Belem is one of the neighborhoods. So if you think of, not that they're compared at all, but if you think of like Los Angeles has a bunch of different neighborhoods, so you kind of pick an area, right? So what I've learned is that Lisbon is similar. There are a bunch of different like local neighborhoods, we'll just say, for lack of an easier way to describe it. And Belem, B-E-L-E-M, is one of them. Belem Tower that I showed you in the distance there, I'm sitting on the grass out kind of behind it or in front of it, depending on which way you look at it. And I just got done visiting it, walking around it. I'll share some photos later. But here's what I wanted to share with you quickly. Often we get nudges, right? We receive intuition. We receive little downloads, little moments of do this, turn here, call this person, do that, take this. These little things. And I'm wondering if you listen to them. When you get that little nudge or you think about that person, do you pick up the phone and call, or do you just ignore it? And then maybe next time you see them, whenever that is, or maybe next time when they reach out, you say, oh, I've been thinking about you. Maybe pick up the phone, because you never know if that's exactly what they need to hear today, right? So many times I've done that, and I will have people tell me that it's exactly what they needed. So do that, pick up the phone. Today's little nudge was to grab a wet wipe. I had one little wet wipe in a prepackaged wet wipe, right? I had one of them, and I have a whole other pack that I'll be taking with me when I walk, but I had one single one. And for whatever reason, and now we know perfectly why, I heard grab the wet wipe. So I grabbed the wet wipe, not having any idea why I might need it. And you know what? When I got to the tower, I realized exactly why. There's water all the way around the tower, so you can't see it. I'll turn it around again and show you. There's the tower, and below it you can kind of see the bridge there on the side, coming out the side, the walking bridge. Underneath that, and then all around the front of the tower, there are rocks and then water. Hi, Kelly. So there's rocks and water down there, right? So I have my Berkeys with me, and I was able to take my shoes off because I had Berkeys and knowing I had the wet wipe. Wasn't that perfect? So I was able to take my shoes off and walk underneath, walk around, walk not only on the beach area, but the mud, the beach, the water, the rocks. So it's great earthing, right? Great for grounding, great for our nervous system, things like that. So a lot of really healthy benefits. But even more than that, what's even more exciting is there are hundreds of people over there, and I was the only one able to navigate all of those places simply because I took my shoes off and brought a wet wipe. No one else was taking their shoes off. No one else was walking through it. And because of that, I was able to get photos without anyone else in them. Kind of amazing. So I'm excited to show you that. So I just wanted to come on quickly and say hello and remind us, when we hear those nudges, those little intuitions, listen, even when you're not sure. Grab the wet wipe, make the phone call, take a different route. Trust that when you're being guided to go another direction or to do something that you didn't put in your brain first, trust that it's something bigger than you looking out for you. We are minuscule in the grand scheme of things, and yet in our minusculeness, we are also very connected. And when we tap in and tune into that connection and stay connected, we can tap into anything. We can tap into the great knowing. Call it God, universe, spirit, love, whatever you want to call it is fine with me. So in our smallness, we can still tap in to that greatness, that knowing that has better connection and better understanding than we do. We don't have to have it all figured out. All we need to do is take the next step. And that's what I did. I took the step, I grabbed the wet wipe, and I captured some fantastic photos because of it. I'll show you those. I'll show you those next. So I hope you have a fabulous day back home, whatever you're choosing to do on this beautiful Saturday. Drop me a note. Do you have any questions, comments, curiosities? What can I share and show you? And then tomorrow is when we kick off the walk. So tomorrow morning is when I start my big walk. Have a fabulous day. I'll talk to you soon. Grab the wet wipe before you walk out the door. Bye, friends.